Hi guys, this is Jane Johnson, founder of the Ecclesia Framework and the Heavenly Realm Support Group on Facebook. I'm just going to talk to you today around finding a mandate for how you should run your day. Just really sensing that there are so many people who are not moving on. There's a blockage in the flow we've seen in a lot of encounters, and we want to be able to help you know how to see a mandate. And this is what I discerned was there was a huge lack of understanding around that. And funny enough, I could not find my page that I'd written on this ages ago. So I think there's a real blockage stopping people understanding this. So I'll just explain a few points that really work for me, because this has made such a difference to what to how I operate in the heavenly realms. Let me just change a few settings here. Yes, so really the first point I want to say is what comes out of my spirit first thing in the morning. When I go to sleep at night, I ask to engage the night watch, and I ask my spirit to continue to be active in the heavenly realms. So it's a productive time when you're sleeping. So I wake up in the morning, and often something will be absolutely burning in my spirit that I have to deal with, either in the courts or in heaven in whatever way. It's just there, it's in my head, and I think that's because of the engagement in the night watch, that it comes out that way. The second thing I do is I open my first love gate, and I try and engage in intimacy and invite the spirit to go through my gateways to see if there's any blockages. And I can sense the moment I open the first love gate, is there a flow? I think of some of the names of the gateways that we know, and things like the faith, hope and revelation are big ones to me. And if I feel that I've lost hope, or in something's knocked me, I can imagine the spirit going to that gateway and seeing, is there hope in my life today? Is there faith in my life today? Do I believe in any of the revelation I've seen? And sometimes I'll get this sense that no, there's a blockage, so I'll need to deal with that. So I'll go to the court of accusation. I'll deal with the accusations against that, or if I've been there for that before, I'll just rule on that mountain. So I'll rule for hope, for faith, for believing that God's blueprint will manifest. Then when I really sense there's a flow, and I'm passionate about, I'm in relationship, I'm passionate about that. I'm not just trying to do things out of works or duty, or, oh boy, I better spend time with God. It's coming out of huge desire. I choose to take responsibilities. I go beyond intimacy and relationship to choosing to care for my mountains, my kingly mountains. And I find that you have to do that. You can so easily get into a sort of bliss, rest state where you don't care about a lot, really. But we see that we have been given responsibility, and we've been given scrolls that the Father wants us to take part in those callings. He hasn't chosen just to leave it up to the Trinity or angels. He wants to engage us in it, because that's how we enjoy and grow, co-create and work alongside the Father, and that's fun, and that's an honour and a privilege. So if I look at and review my mountains, something might come to mind that needs attention. I find my spirit will just go as I think about a few names of my mountains, either personal or kingly, and then I sense no, there's more needs doing. So I really just discern and ask what needs doing. It might be reinforcing a verdict, so ruling on that and just claiming what we've seen as the heavenly blueprint, or it may be around going back, dealing with accusations in the court of accusation, or presenting a case. Then I would ask, where do I take that case to? How big an issue is it? If it's very big, I might go to the court of 70 or the council of the Lord. If it's smaller, maybe a local issue, I might go to present to the Chancellor's Court or the Court of Fathers if it's around a fathering issue. Court of Judges is sort of in the middle, really. I present there when I see it's fairly big, but not a global issue. So the other issue we find is that as we move around the ages, we can sense that we need to do less and less physically, less ministry, less jobs, because we have such greater authority in the heavens. We can actually rule, reign, legislate for a huge agenda without needing to physically make something happen. So the question then is, we have to constantly ask, to what extent is our scroll physical or is it spiritual? And I think that's the growth of a son, is the level they can discern that, and they move away from needing a ministry or needing to do things to get their identity. But doing things is okay physically in the earth, but as long as it comes out of that right mindset, that if we didn't do it, we wouldn't feel worthless, insecure, but we get this sense that something needs our participation. We have a mandate, so we do that. Like today, I felt I could not get the issue of mandates off my spirit and my heart, and I could discern there was a blockage there. So I'm doing this out of being given a mandate, not that I need to do a podcast to make me feel good and to get a following. And I think that's what we're trying to do here, is we're trying to lead you to a relationship, not be dependent on other people to tell you what to do, really. We just want to give you some guidance, but you must, I find, if you apply these things quickly, they become embedded in your DNA, and then you will instinctively do them. If you listen to podcasts, accumulate a lot of knowledge, so eat off the tree of good and evil, the knowledge of good and evil, and not off the tree of life, you accumulate lots of knowledge. It will feel overwhelming, it will feel burdensome, it will feel dry. But if you apply it, you see the life coming out of it, because you feel for these issues and you want to deal with something. and you want to play your part as a king and as a chancellor, and that's just amazing. I've personally found it so amazing, and that's why mandates can sound really dry and really almost a to-do list, but alternative, you eat off the tree of life, they can actually be life to actually have dominion as a son of God and know how to manifest as a son of God, doing something that's really you're passionate about. So great to see you guys, and I'll do a few more Periscopes if you look out for them. We have lots of free pages, lots of encounters, lots of chat groups that you can build community, and you can work through the pages bit by bit, applying it in the heavenly realms, building yourself up to the bigger picture. Even reading some of the pages in one go can help, because it helps you see the big picture and how far you've got to go, and realizing that if you let go of a lot of old principles of needing to biblically study every element, but going to heaven and ask heaven to show you these principles, you'll see the light and the life in it, and you'll get that hunger to keep moving. And we're just seeing about people not taking camp in one small revelation, or even suddenly learning one thing and then building a ministry around that one small element and not moving themselves forward. It's a balancing act. I've found that if we can get that beautiful balance between helping, giving out, giving everything that we've received, we give out, but equally we keep seeking, what is our mandate today? Where am I being led? Growing it, so you're growing yourself, and you're not just building a ministry. Okay, I'll speak to you soon. Bye.